But anyways, all right. Are you ready or?
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Oh, also, where's this dude from the unit at?
Oh, dude, there's a lot, dude. Okay, let me tell you
Okay, you tell me.
that it's real. It's just really interesting the type of military people that attended this. So I've talked to almost everyone at this point, and I would say the large majority of everyone is they're either a fighter pilot, they were a helicopter pilot, or they were SF, SEALs, SEAL Team 6, or Delta, or like SF. There's a lot of SF guys. But like, and there's like some outliers, but like, there's just an overwhelming number of those types of people.
Where?
There's just like
What?
at this business school thing.
Yeah, because Rangers and fucking regular infantry dudes are fucking retarded. They're grunts. Like, they're like the hardcore grunts. Like, Special Forces, SEAL teams, Delta, probably the Raiders for the Marines are all like dudes that go on to like wear a suit. Rangers and regular big Army 11 Bravo guys go do blue collar and be firefighters.
But I wish it wasn't like, and so like, no, but seriously, one of my goals, like when I got out and mentoring people that wanted to go to school, was trying to bridge that gap, right? I don't need to help like some SF dude who knows that he like is capable of doing X, Y, and Z because they're here with me.
Yeah.
Right? It's convincing the people that weren't fucking super all-stars, or maybe they were, I don't know, but
Well, you here, you do it to me. You convince me, bro. Try to convince me, dude. I know, and I still don't believe you. You're not doing a good job. You're not doing a good job. You need to learn to do better.
I know.
How's this? I'll be your guinea pig. If you can ever convince me to wear a suit and like make millions of dollars, then you can then go convince anybody. Because I've tried the suit and I just couldn't. And here I am going back out into the field doing field work.
God, dude. It's just so, I mean, it's not sad. I mean, I love, these people are amazing people. I'm like, I'm very humbled to be around them because I'm like, oh, you spent 20 years, in SF. Like, okay, cool. Like, I'm not shit here, which is awesome. Like, I love not being shit. But
yeah,
it's like, where's the 42 Alpha that didn't go to college? That they need to be here too. Like, why aren't they here?
What's the 42 Alpha?
Like the paper pusher. Human resources.
Nah, dude, you need to get the 13 Foxes there.
I mean, we should. It's just...
And 11 Bravos. Look out for the grunts. People that went to Intel and fucking supply have jobs when they get out. People that like went in as straight up grunt that will never, like their skill set that they learned in the military will never be used in the civilian world need your help.
Yeah,
Justin needs your help.
Yeah, but these people it's like they don't listen though. It's like, holy shit.
Well, since we don't believe in ourselves as much as you believe in us, all right, you need to help us believe in ourselves.
I don't know. You need to give me some hints or something. I don't know how to do it.
Well, success. They have to be successful in some way in that realm.
They were in the military.
No, yeah, lifting heavy things and shouting at each other, not sitting in a classroom for a couple hours, sitting still, taking notes, taking in that information, and then utilizing it. And then, like, I think it's the whole sitting down. I think it's more of the atmosphere. If it were like outside and like between breaks, they had to like lift heavy things to stay in school, I almost guaranteed they would be more like inclined to stay there. Like, dude, school's so fucking hard, dude. Like, we sit down there for like 3 hours, we learn about economics, and then like they quiz us on it. Anything we get wrong, we have to do fucking push-ups. Like, I almost guarantee people would be more inclined or like succeed in that field more than we learned about economics for 3 hours, and then they sent me home to go do really hard homework, and instead of doing that, which was like literally the worst, I went and did push-ups on my own at a gym that I paid a membership to.
I'm
just saying.
I know, I understand, but then it's like when I look at like just talking to like I was in a small group. We were doing a case study, reorganizing a business. I was with a dude in SEAL Team 6. There's no fucking way you can tell me this dude who's been working and operating for 15 years, if he can do it, then Joe Snuffy.
I'm not saying if there's something. Like, it's because you know what I think it is. I think once you're SEAL Team 6 and you start slaying like people in the triple digits, you're just like humbled, and at the same time, you know you're the shit enough. I think people that like 111 Bravo, 13 Fox, or you know, like whatever combat MOS they went, and then they got deployed, and most of them didn't even get to pull a fucking trigger on their deployments,
Right.
and then they get out, and they're still like searching for that, like, I need to be somebody. Like I want to be someone where, like, when I say my fucking job title, they're impressed. And then they never get that. And once they get out in the civilian world, there's nothing in the civilian world that will ever do that, because money talks in the civilian world, not what you fucking did. It doesn't matter. You could be like, oh yeah, I built fucking bridges for 40 years. No one gives a fuck, you know. So like like, I think that's what people are searching for always, is like that, like, thing. Like, look at the job titles I've been picking up ever since commercial diver. Then I go to UXO. Like, dude, I'm pretty sure if they had a fucking job where it was like, yeah, I just like get attacked by like old school SF dogs all day, and I have to like fight my way out of them, I would probably pick that up for $120,000 a year, just to say I have that job title. I wouldn't like, I don't know.
So I understand the people who were in combat for sure, but like, so you, for example, you have nothing else to prove, right? So it's like, I don't understand.
Well, like, for me, like, I just feel it was underwhelming because I was 19. I like, dude, if I could go back in combat,
it's a long time ago.
I know, no, but if I go back in combat with a 28-year-old mind, I could have done so much more. I could have done so much more damage to the enemy.
But I'm talking about now. So like, if you have nothing to prove, so you get out, you've been to combat, okay, you've proven yourself, right? More so than like me, where I just like, I mean, I had to prove myself through a selection process because there was, you know, it's like you look at the draw if you get to go to combat or not. So, okay, so we both have like proven ourselves in our own ways, right? Okay, so what differentiates you between me is my next question.
Well, because Lester fucking experienced combat too, but didn't go to Ranger Vet. So like, that's the difference. Sullivan and some other fucktards that we know experienced combat. They might, and I didn't flourish because I was 19 and I was fucking dumbass Joe. Like, I was fucking retarded. People had to like look after me and shit. Like normal 19-year-olds, I assume, in the military, especially in the Army, where you are severely undertrained, right? Yeah. So the full-on retarded bitches did combat missions or whatever you want to call them, just not fine, but you know, they did them and survived, right? Yeah. But they never went through Ranger Bat. They never went through a selection process. They never were like fucking kidnapping fucking Saudi princes in the middle of the night like SEAL teams are, you know, like they're not doing that type of thing where it gives them that like credibility and like that feel good about themselves, I'm guessing. I don't know. Yeah, I guess maybe if a whole bunch of other shitbags didn't experience combat, it would make combat feel a lot more like fulfilling, I guess. When you literally have like people running across the street, spraining their ankle and then claiming they got shot, you just have to like kind of look at the whole combat thing, and it's just like, like, look, that kid did it, and
yeah, but why? Okay, so like when I'm watching I'm like I love motivational speakers, and like I was watching this girl who's an Olympian, and she's like the most dominant Olympic swimmer ever time. She's like the Michael Phelps of swimming for women's swimming. Right. Anyway, she was talking about how she doesn't pace, she races, but she also doesn't give a fuck what everyone else is doing. So like, I guess my thing is, she runs her own race, or she swims. Yeah. Like, why do you compare yourself, or like even why does it matter who was around you? Like, if you did your job and you did it well, or at least competently, semi-competently, okay, then why does it matter who was with you?
Then I think what you would have to ask is people that do that. Like, I understand that whole running your own race thing, but at the same time, I don't. It's like, I feel like I'm very close to the line where I'm almost to the tipping point where I want to run my own race and just do my own thing to the best of my ability. But I'm not there yet. I don't know. There's like a breaking point in there somewhere, because you can do like, I would love to ask people that, like, because I see it with like Medal of Honor recipients and other fucking badass people that just like, no, they did something happened where they stopped comparing themselds with others.
Yeah.
But it's only like, when you look at it, it's like Delta, Special Forces, Ranger Bat, big award recipients, people that like fucking silver stars with V devices and shit like that. They're the ones that like break that mold of like, dude, I just do my own thing to the best of my ability and it creates success. Where everyone else that got like fucking bronze stars, or they got a fucking Purple Heart for like a rock that like nicked their arm or whatever, those are the people that are still stuck behind trying to like validate themselves in comparison to other people. Why that's a thing? That's like a human construct. That needs to be solved if you want people to like get out of that mindset.
But
Like,
I mean, do you realize? Okay, so the girl I'm talking about, her name's Katie. She swims. Okay, so she was a pool length away in front of everyone, a whole pool length. Okay, in the 800 freestyle. Now, if she was just comparing herself to other people,
but we've already established she's not. She's trying to break her own time. It's kind of like when we did the PT test.
But that's what I'm saying. The difference between first place and breaking your own time, like you reaching your full potential versus you just beating other people, there's a difference.
Yeah.
So just because you beat other people doesn't matter. If you haven't reached your full potential, then you haven't reached your full potential, even if you beat other people.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. You haven't reached your full potential, but you just try to keep being better than like some other people.
Yeah.
Which allows you to never rise.
Yeah, it rationally makes no sense. Oh, I can fully agree with you. It's like one of those things that like it grinds my gears because I fully understand it myself. I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I can't compel myself to like live that lifestyle.
I don't understand why. I
don't know, bro.
I refuse to believe it's innate. I don't.
I think it is innate. Because like I said, like just look at the people that like are in that mindset. Like again, it's always SEAL team guys. It's always SF dudes, Air Force pilots, big Medal of Honor Medal of Honor recipients, Silver Star recipients.
I'm pretty sure Audie Murphy was a normal guy.
Well, and it can manifest itself into normal people, but like look at how slimmed that is. It's like it's not often.
I mean, Silver Stars aren't often. Like
right, that's what I'm saying. Like these people. Well, they're more often than fucking billionaires or like people that didn't have a dynasty or didn't come from a dynasty making tens of millions of dollars is pretty rare. Much rarer than the fucking Silver Star.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, there's something that happens to people when they like accomplish greatness, even if it were for the wrong reason, like they were doing it in competition with other people, and then like something breaks in your mind in a good way, and it's like, oh fuck these people, like I'm already done with these people, like I'm better than these people, or not better, but I don't need to compare myself to other people. Like I want to figure out how far can I push myself, and that's like something that people do once they've accomplished some great ass shit. But I don't know. Yeah, like homegirl was telling me she has a friend that was like I don't know if he was SF, but he got a Purple Heart, and his Purple Heart was his leg pretty much, and instead of taking it, he just kept his leg even though it's like pretty much non-usable. And he was saying how much like he likes hiking and stuff like that, and people were like telling him like, well, why don't you go fucking hike and stuff? He's like, my leg, and here's all these excuses. And then like 2 years later, he's almost completed like the 8 summit challenge where you climb all 8 summits, and he's got like sponsors and shit. It's like, dude, this dude is accomplishing his dream with a less able body than most other people. Like, what changed? And I honestly think it's probably like the fucking whatever happened overseas or whatever he did. Like, it might have been through his rehabilitation. Maybe he was still in the mindset of like, I want to compete with other people. He sees able people running and walking or doing whatever, and then being fat bodies. And he's like, dude, these people are fucking sickening to me. And he's like, okay. And then once he like runs faster than the average person with 2 good legs, he's like, okay, well, I beat that objective. No, what's my next objective? And eventually he came out of things. I can only imagine he just stopped comparing himself to other people because other people were disappointing him. Like, it was just like, why would I compare myself to you? And then he just started doing his own thing, and here he is. Doing something that like no one ever wants to do, no one ever thinks about doing, no one ever thinks about like, hey, I'm gonna go climb the 8 tallest summits in the world, let alone people with a fucking gimp leg. Like it's just I don't know. It's just something people like. I don't know. I think it's I need to go back to the army.
Because no, honestly, like if you did, the only reason why I would ever fucking be pissed off, and I will be pissed off, is because I fucking told you to do it.
I know.
And you did not listen to me.
Because I feel like if I go back in the military, like I'll start comparing myself with others, and I'll quickly destroy that. And then once selection starts, if I make it, and then I go into that realm, if I flourish, like I feel like I think I will. Or would, then once I get out, oh man, I'd be so much oh dude, I'd be like 6 years behind you, but fuck it. Like like a retirement pension plus 100% disability, dude, and then just wanting to run my own race financially. Oh, I can only imagine what that would do. Ooh. Just fucking, I'd be like investing and like not giving a fuck about video games and competing with these nerds. Oof, man. Or just become a fucking famous YouTuber / streamer. Oh, man. Good times. And I'd be on retirement and 100% disability. I wouldn't even have to worry about money. I wouldn't be rich, but I get to stream and fucking try to go that route. I'm like, dude, I don't give a fucking donate to me. I got money in the bank. Man. The dream.
Dude.
Are you ready yet?
No, man. You just have. I swear to God, if I had your brain, man, I would be some fucking engineer at SpaceX right now or something like.
Dude, if you had my brain, you wouldn't be able to sit down long enough to learn that shit.
No, there's Adderall for that. You can get.
I know.
I'm not worried about that.
Well, who are you gonna get your health care from? How are you gonna pay for your Adderall?
I mean, I have healthcare right now, and then I just another veteran told me to just go to the. I just have to go see the psychiatrist on campus.
And they'll give you the medication?
Yeah. I mean, you have to, like, go... they'll ask you questions and shit.
But, like, who's paying for it? Like, the deductible and shit like that?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I'd have to figure that out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, you tell me. You let me know.
But I have healthcare through the VA, and then...
See, I don't have anything through the VA. That's another mistake I've made.
Wait, you do. If you got out, you do.
I have 0%.
No, okay, I promise you, go to the fucking VA, because I've done this 3 or 4 fucking times. Oh, wait, what year did you get out? You didn't go back in.
No, I got out in 2011.
Yeah. It's like 5 years after you get back. Okay, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Nope. Rip.
My bad. I forgot that you didn't go back in.
And I just...
God, we would have been such a dude. Oh my God.
Dude, I'll go back in if you go in with me. All right,
No,
if you come back in with me, dude.
Dude. I would have to go in as an officer. I don't. Like, I don't even want to go back in, and if I did, I would have to be an officer. I can't do. I cannot have somebody telling me that I need to be at PT at 4:30 because PT's at 6:30. I can't do it, dude. Too much. I would rather be a fucking janitor. I swear to God, I would rather be a janitor.
But I'll be there with you, so when you show up reluctantly at 4:30 to waste an hour of your life in the cold and summer PTs, I'll be there, being just me, making the whole situation that much better, more fun.
Dude, fuck that.
Those are like the best though. It's like when you were so miserable, you started picking on, like when other people were like close to cracking. It was like our like duty to make other people even more miserable to make ourselves feel bad.
Dude, I'm just not like I don't have that mindset. I'm not that same person.
No, you would be. I guarantee you would fit right back into that mold. Some fucking dude would be bitching and crying about the run and how cold it is, and then you'd be like, "Oh, is it cold? Oh, is it too cold for you?" And then you would just fucking I miss those days.
I would rather not.
Shut the fuck up, Brad, you fucking...
Shut up, corny! You just talk so much shit, man.
Dude, you talk so much shit. It's like, but I'm talking shit and running at the same time. That means I'm not out of breath. Yeah. Look at you, dude. You're having a hard time, aren't you? Are you having a hard time? Are you having a hard time breathing? That's really unfortunate, since I can walk. I remember I used to get on the side of the formation and just fast walk next to him. Be like, dude, we're not even running. We're fast walking. Like, stop. Stop. You slow ass bitches. Are you ready? Like, what's going on? What are you doing?
Right.
Go on.
I'm looking for my job description so I can put it on the...
What's your job? I'm just curious. What is your job description?
Right now, I just work at the gym.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, I do. It's